Stop buying full-size rifles for a compact environment just because they look cool on the internet. Here is the reality. The best truck gun in 2026 is the one that gives you maximum legal firepower without the NFA paperwork headache. I'm talking about pistols that hit like rifles and shotguns that aren't technically shotguns. I have cut through the noise to bring you the top 10 dedicated vehicle defense tools available right now. Rank number 1 might just save your life.
Let's get to work.
We are kicking this off with a choice that screams hunter rather than operator. If you think a truck gun needs a 30-round magazine to be effective, you have never met the Thompson Center Encore. This isn't a spray-and-pray toy. It is a single-shot break-action powerhouse that changed hunting history. Now, here's the kicker. It is chambered in the massive .50 Alaskan cartridge. Under the hood, this thing is built like a tank. It features a heavy 15-inch barrel with a muzzle brake that fights to tame the recoil. But the real engineering genius here is the rebounding safety hammer. Unlike standard hammers that rest on the pin, this mechanism rises up off the firing pin automatically after the shot breaks. This adds a critical layer of safety when you're bouncing around off-road with a loaded chamber. But let's be real, this gun has a serious deal breaker. It is a single-shot pistol with an ejector that doesn't actually eject. It just pushes the brass up for you to pluck out manually. If you miss your first shot, you're in trouble. Firing this beast is an event. The recoil doesn't just kick, it shoves you backward like a drunk bouncer clearing a bar. It's a specialized tool for the marksman who only needs one round to end the argument.
Moving on to a piece of kit that redefines the word discreet. The long-awaited FDP-9 folding pistol from Magpul and Kel-Tec collapses into a nearly square package that disappears into daily life. Most truck guns force you to carry a bag that screams, "I have a gun," but this unit allows you to walk through a hotel lobby without turning a single head. It is the ultimate gray man tool. Under the hood, this is not just a plastic toy. It features an internal chassis based on the ZEV OZ9 V2 system with Gen 5 internals. This matters because it gives you the reliability of a striker-fired duty pistol, but in a platform constructed of 4140 steel. The steel components are coated in black nitride, ensuring it runs wet or dry without corroding in your truck console. Now for the deal breaker. This level of engineering is going to hurt your wallet. The FDP-9 sits at a steep $1,600. For a niche firearm, that is a heavy price of admission. Deploying this weapon is a sensory experience. Pushing down on the charging handle while stowed snaps the unit open in about 1 second. It locks into place with a mechanical clack that feels tight and precise, not rattling like a cheap toolbox. With a 7-inch barrel, you can comfortably ring steel out to 200 yards, giving you rifle-like capabilities in a parcel the size of a lunchbox.
Next up, we are looking at a rifle that defies physics and convention. If you want a truck gun that tucks away into a space barely larger than a briefcase, look at the Pivot. This is an unconventional 9mm rifle designed strictly for covert portage. Under the hood, the engineering here is wild. It uses a patented pivoting action where the top half of the receiver literally swings around the bottom half with the press of a button. This matters because it allows you to carry a full 16-inch barrel in a package that, when collapsed, is only 5 inches longer than the barrel itself. You get full ballistics without the bulk. But listen, here is the deal breaker. This system is complex. While it feeds from standard Glock 19 magazines, which is great, the deployment method is weird. It is the only thing conventional about this gun. If you're under stress, that swinging action might feel clumsy compared to a standard folder. Holding this rig feels surprisingly light. Thanks to a mix of steel, aluminum, and polymer components, it tips the scales at just 5 pounds. It's a featherweight. The total length stretches out to 30 inches when firing, giving you a stable platform that feels like a real rifle, not a compromise.
Next up, we have a scattergun that teeters on the razor's edge of the law. The Remington TAC-14 is a 12-gauge pump action that is technically not a shotgun. With a short 14-inch barrel and an overall length of just barely 26 inches, it manages to evade the bureaucracy of the NFA tax stamps. This is a loophole blaster designed for pure close-quarters chaos inside a vehicle cab. I know the fanboys will hate this, but sound off below if you actually trust your wrists to control a 12-gauge under stress. It is not as easy as the movies make it look. Under the hood, this thing is built like a bank vault. It features a meaty, all-steel receiver rather than the lightweight aluminum you find on cheaper imports. This matters because the added mass helps soak up the recoil impulse, preventing the gun from battering itself to death during high-volume shooting. The pump action glides backward with zero grit, feeling as slick as a wet bar of soap. It features a unique bird's head grip that changes the recoil angle to help save your wrists from snapping. However, here is the deal breaker. It is a hefty beast. While it only weighs 6 pounds, the density makes it surprisingly heavy when you first lift it up. It feels like a lead brick in the hand. Plus, with a capacity of only 5 rounds, you're running dry fast if you get too happy on the trigger.
Rank 6. Stepping up the game, we have a piece of hardware that brings European precision to the American truck cab. This is the Springfield Armory Kuna. Developed in partnership with HS Product, this is not just another plastic pistol, it is a purpose-built personal defense weapon designed for optimal fit and function. Under the hood, this thing operates on a roller-delayed action. This is a massive upgrade over the cheap direct blowback systems you usually see in this category. By delaying the bolt opening, it manages recoil energy far better, meaning this gun shoots significantly softer than your standard AR-9. It features an upper receiver machined from aluminum and a lower made of reinforced polymer to keep the weight down to a manageable 4 pounds and 10 ounces. But here is the deal breaker. It ships with 2 30-round magazines. While that sounds great for a range day, those long sticks are a nightmare for a truck gun. They're too long for discreet carry in a messenger bag. We really need a 20-round option to make this truly viable for concealment. Handling this weapon feels modern. The controls are fully ambidextrous with a bilateral safety and bulk release that you can hit without breaking your firing grip. The translucent polymer magazines feature metal feed lips, giving you the best of both worlds, durability and the ability to verify your round count at a glance.
Now we are getting into the heavy hitters. Smith & Wesson jumping into the tactical shotgun arena was big news, but the M&P 12 Bullpup is a total shock to the system. This rig is a solid contender, but keep your powder dry because the monster waiting at rank 1 is going to change how you look at vehicle defense forever. Under the hood, this shotgun utilizes a dual magazine tube system with a mechanical selector switch.
This engineering choice is critical because it allows you to carry a staggering 14 rounds of standard shells or 12 rounds of 3-inch magnums on board without extending the length of the gun. You get the firepower of a full-length riot gun in a package that is only 27.8 inches long. It balances the weight rearward, keeping the muzzle light and agile. But here's the truth. There's a major deal breaker. The loading process is complex and fiddly. In a high-stress defensive scenario, you will never want to try and top this thing off. Once you run dry, you're effectively out of the fight, unless you practice reloading until your fingers bleed. Plus, for a gun that costs over $1,000, the polymer construction feels cheap and plasticky against your skin. On the range, the ergonomics feel surprisingly familiar. It sports 2 pistol grips, one rear and one on the pump, modeled after the M&P pistol series. This gives you a locked-in sensation, like gripping a customized steering wheel, offering superior control during rapid fire.
Now we get serious with a piece of hardware that brings Eastern Bloc aesthetics to the American highway. If you fancy a homegrown 9mm AK that is as close as you can get to the Russian Vityaz used by Special Forces, you need to look at the Palmetto State AKV. This isn't just a novelty, it is a workhorse that delivers everything you could possibly want from a subgun platform. Under the hood, this rifle runs on a direct blowback operating system. Unlike the traditional long-stroke gas piston found in most AKs, this system utilizes the rearward force of the fired cartridge to cycle the bolt. While this simplifies the mechanism, it matters because it eliminates the need for a gas port, making the system incredibly robust. It is built around a forged front trunnion and bolt carrier, ensuring that the core components can handle thousands of rounds of abuse without cracking. But look, here is the deal breaker. By ditching the gas system for direct blowback, you lose that soft, rolling recoil impulse that AKs are famous for. Direct blowback guns tend to have a snappier, sharper kick that can feel jarring during rapid fire. It's a trade-off for simplicity, but you'll feel it in your shoulder.
On the positive side, this rig fixes the biggest headache of the AK platform: optics. It features a Picatinny rail on the top of the dust cover, allowing for the easy attachment of red dots. It feeds on affordable CZ Scorpion magazines, and PSA even engineered their own version that offers features superior to the originals. With a paddle magazine release and a bolt hold-open switch, the ergonomics are miles ahead of your grandfather's Kalashnikov.
Entering the elite tier, we have a shotgun that pushes the absolute limit of compactness. The Kel-Tec KS7 might be the shortest shotgun out there that still rocks a stock without needing a federal tax stamp. It's a compact powerhouse, but hold your fire, because the weapon sitting at rank 1 is going to make this look like a toy. Under the hood, this engineering marvel relies on a bullpup configuration with downward ejection. This mechanism matters because it ejects spent shells straight down toward the dirt rather than flinging them to the side. In the cramped confines of a truck cab, this ensures your passenger does not catch a hot plastic hull to the face during a defensive scenario. It keeps the workspace clean and completely ambidextrous. At only 26.1 inches long, it barely scrapes by the legal overall length requirements. It features a trim 18.5-inch barrel tucked into a package that weighs a feather-light 5.9 pounds. It feeds on standard 2.75-inch shells, holding 7 rounds in a single tube. But here's the deal breaker. The aesthetics are weird. The massive carry handle acts as your sighting system, and while it makes mounting lights easy, it looks incredibly awkward.
It creates a high height over bore that feels unnatural until you train with it. You either love the sci-fi look or you hate it. When you shoulder it, the experience is dominated by the sight picture. You're looking through a big green fiber optic triangle that grabs your eye instantly. It's not a precision tool, it's a glowing go button designed for instinctual, close-range violence.
We are edging closer to the crown with a weapon that rewrites the rulebook on portability. Not everything has to be about urban combat, but the Axor Arms FSS Mini makes a compelling argument for it. This is not just another pump-action clone. It utilizes a semi-automatic operating system that feeds from a 14-inch barrel. Under the hood, the engineering here is focused on transport. It features a revolutionary folding mechanism that allows the entire weapon to collapse down to a size capable of fitting inside a standard laptop bag. This matters because it gives you 12-gauge firepower in a form factor that is completely unassuming. Unlike the manual labor required by a Mossberg Shockwave, this system uses gas pressure to cycle the bolt, doing the work for you and allowing for rapid follow-up shots without pumping the action. But here is the deal breaker. The capacity is dangerously low. The magazine tube only holds 4 rounds, giving you a total capacity of 5 rounds, including one in the chamber. In a serious engagement with multiple aggressors, running dry after just 5 shots is a terrifying prospect. Grip the weapon and you'll feel the synthetic textured handguard biting into your palm, providing a secure hold that refuses to slip even if your hands are sweating or wet. At an MSRP of $449, it's an accessible entry point, but you must respect its limitations.
Here we are at the top of the food chain. We are crowning a weapon that took the industry by storm by offering a legendary capability at a fraction of the cost. If you want the raw power of a Mossberg Shockwave but refuse to pay the brand name premium, the Charles Daly Honcho is the truck gun you need to own in 2026.
Under the hood, this firearm utilizes a specific legal classification to your advantage. Because it features a 14-inch barrel but lacks a stock from the factory, it is not legally classified as a shotgun under federal law. This matters because it allows you to own a short-barreled defensive tool without the NFA tax stamp restrictions, keeping you legal and prepared without the government breathing down your neck.
Grip this weapon and you immediately feel the difference. It utilizes a rubberized bird's head grip that provides a tacky, sticky surface for maximum adhesion. This mechanism is crucial because without a stock to shoulder, your hands are the only things managing the recoil. The forend is thick and heavily ribbed, digging into your palm to ensure your hand does not slip in front of the muzzle during a rapid pump. But listen, here is the deal breaker. This system has a steep learning curve. Shooting a stockless shotgun is not intuitive. If you do not practice your push-pull tension technique, you will smack yourself in the face with the recoil. It demands respect. Constructed with an aluminum receiver and a steel barrel, it strikes a balance between durability and weight. It feeds both 3-inch and 2 3/4-inch shells, offering you versatility for home defense or vehicle carry. Marketed at about half the price of its competitors, it removes the financial excuse for being unprepared.
There you have it, 10 tools designed to turn your vehicle into a mobile fortress. Whether you choose the precision of the Pivot or the raw, stockless aggression of the Honcho, remember that the hardware is only as good as the operator behind it. Stop waiting for the perfect moment to get prepared. That moment is now. Keep your powder dry and your aim true.